So welcome everybody. I'm very happy uh, to be doing this. Not happy to be doing this virtually, but it is what's happening, obviously, due to the pandemic. These things are way more fun when they are done in person, but it is what it is. We're going to be adapting as well. As I started to say, I'm very happy to welcome students and their friends and family to this, recognition ceremony. You're here because it's, part of a long road that, some of you were 4 years, some of you were 2 years for masters, some PhD students were maybe even longer. Hopefully barring any surprises, you're done and you're gonna go to do greater things from now on. First of all, let me do the thing I should have done the very first minute, would be to introduce myself. My name is Alex Labrinidis. I'm the new chair of the Department of Computer Science. I started January 1st of this year. Clearly was no planning for any of the stuff that we collectively had to go through. As I said, we're adapting. There is a lot of positive signals down the road. So, everybody, I'm sure, is looking forward to 2021. So what we're going to do today is we are going to recognize our graduating class. The majority that are graduating are undergraduate students, and we're going to acknowledge every one of them, and hopefully a lot of them are in attendance. We also have two students that are graduating from their graduate studies, and we're going to acknowledge this in the end. And depending on how many people we'll have, we'll definitely have an informal part in the end to allow you to speak as well. While we're recording this, only the speakers are being recorded, so none of you is going to be recorded. I think it would be good at some point at the end to do a kind of a group photo event as well with everybody, and that would be a nice way to close the ceremony. All right, so let me say one more thing, and then I'm going to pass it off to Dr. John Ramirez to start the main event, recognizing the graduate student, the graduating students. As I said, you've been, this has been part of a long journey. It felt longer this last year, but you're at the end of that, where you're going to be entering a very big network and community of students that graduated from our program. I'm sure you know that we are one of the oldest computer science departments in the country. We've been around since 1966. I'm the first department chair that was not alive back then, this is, and I'm old, so this is an indication of how old the department is and how big the the alumni network is. So let's start the main event. So the undergraduate degrees, we have three flavors. We have the Bachelors in Philosophy, and the Bachelors of Science, and the Bachelors of Science with Honors. And as I said, Dr. John Ramirez would be reading the names. And we've asked, in addition to just people's names, we had a few additional questions, and we'll provide answers, the answers to those as well as they were provided to us. All right, let's go.
Before we actually start reading the names, let me mention a couple things. First, Dr. Labrinidis is the new department chair, but he's certainly not new to the CS department. So he's been with us for many, many years. He just started as chair this year. So I just want to clarify that for those of you who weren't sure about that. Secondly, we asked a lot of questions of the students. Unfortunately, one question we forgot to ask, which we should have asked, was, can you please give us a phonetic pronunciation of your name? And because we didn't ask that question, I'm asking for your forgiveness in advance for all the names that I will mispronounce. So just please bear with me on that. If I do mispronounce the name, it's not intentional and I mean nothing by it. All right, that's my intro.
Thank you, John. And if I pay back the compliment, John has been in the department longer than me. So, so keep that in mind as well. All right, let's start.
So our first graduate is Oktay Averdiev. And Oktay has a BS in computer science. After graduation, Oktay will plan to have a new job at General Motors. And Oktay dedicates the degree to the parents and remembers the many friends I made along the way and experiences I had with them. Congratulations, Oktay. Our next graduate is Thomas Bednars. Thomas Bednars will graduate with honors in computer science. Thomas plans to attend graduate school and is still in the process of applying. He dedicates his degree to his parents, Bozana and Greg, and his sister Agnes. And he fondly remembers getting to know other CS students and making new friends while he was in school here. Congratulations, Thomas. Our next graduate is Connor Dennis Berry. Connor will graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. He plans to start as a QA automation engineer at Proofpoint. He dedicates his degree to his parents for empowering him with the desire to know more about the world we live in. And he remembers fondly Dr. Khattab, the kindest professor he ever had at Pitt. Congratulations, Connor. Our next graduate is Colton Timothy Bryan. Colton graduates with a BS in computer science, and after graduation, he will start at UPMC in the Information Service Division. Congratulations, Colton. Our next graduate is Nathan James Burkett. Nathan will graduate with a BS in computer science. Congratulations, Nathan. Our next graduate is Kevin Reese Chaplin. Kevin will graduate with a BS in computer science, and after graduation, he plans to look for a job. Our next graduate is Ching Chen. Ching will graduate with a BS in computer science and will also look for a job after graduation. And let me add one thing. The things other than the degree are all filled in by the respondents. So we sent out a survey and we asked students to fill in values for these other fields. So anything that's not there, it's because it was just not filled in. So some students opted not to fill in some of these different answers. And the ones that did fill them in, we happily read. Our next graduate is Daniel Grant Cohen. Daniel will graduate with a BS in computer science with honors. Just as a clarification, what honors indicates is that a student has an extra upper level elective course, has a overall GPA of at least 3.25, and a computer science major GPA of at least 3.5. So it's quite an addition to the normal degree. Congratulations, Daniel, for that. After graduation, Daniel plans to work at Aetna CVS Health as a data engineer. He dedicates his degree to his family, and he remembers the people during his time here in the computer science department. Our next graduate is Robert William Corbett. Robert will graduate with a BS in computer science. Congratulations, Robert. Our next graduate is Varun Devilapalli. Varun will graduate with a BS in computer science, also with honors. Congratulations for that. Varun plans to work full-time at Schneider Downs as a cybersecurity analyst. He dedicates his degree to friends that he can call family, and remembers fondly writing elaborate study guides for all classes and studying them with friends. Great thing to remember. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Zhangyu Ding. Zhangyu will graduate with a BS in computer science and also with honors, and very good for that. Zhangyu will graduate and work as a security engineer for Motional after graduation. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Craig Donato. Craig will graduate with a BS in computer science. Well done, Craig. Our next graduate is Ryan Duff. Ryan will graduate with a BS in computer science and will be looking for a job after graduation and dedicates his degree to his dad, Kenneth Duff. Well done, Ryan. Our next graduate is Andrew Michael Gagan. Andrew will graduate with a BS in computer science with the honors option, and congratulations for that. Andrew will work as a software engineer at Amazon after graduation. Congratulations, Andrew. Our next graduate is Abraham Glosman. Abraham will graduate with a BS in computer science. Abraham plans on working on personal projects and looking for a job after graduation. He dedicates his degree to his loving family and remembers fondly the peace and quiet of Senate Square, the view from the top of the cathedral, and sunset from Shenley Park Hill. Congratulations, Abraham. Our next graduate is Christopher T. Godfrey. Christopher will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, he plans to look for a job, dedicates his degree to his family for all the support they have given, and remembers fondly all the friends that he has made and all the interesting projects and experiences that he has gone through. Well done, Christopher. Our next graduate is Liam Joseph Getz. Liam will graduate with a BS in computer science and will be looking for a job after graduation. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Ziyi Gong. Ziyi will graduate with a BS in computer science and plans to go to grad school or take a gap year, still not sure about which of those two. Congratulations, Ziyi. Our next graduate is Benjamin Caleb Graybill. Benjamin will graduate with a BS in computer science and plans to look for or work on his master's after graduation. Benjamin is also remembers fondly trying to find classrooms in Senate Square, which, if you know the numbering system in that building, many of us have had those same fond memories. Congratulations, Benjamin. Our next graduate is Zachary Philip Grimaldi. Zachary will graduate with a BS in computer science and plans to work as an iOS engineer at Gentherm after graduation. He dedicates his degree to his mom, Yvette Grimaldi, and remembers fondly trips to Forbes Avenue for a snack, I'm assuming during debugging sessions. Congratulations, Zachary. Our next graduate is Youssef Ahmed Hamidullah. Youssef will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, he plans to look for a job. He dedicates his degree to his parents and fondly remembers the many things he learned and tried while a student at Pitt. Congratulations, Youssef. The next graduate is Jack Frederick Haskins. Jack will graduate with a BS in computer science, plans to look for a job after graduation. He dedicates his degree to his family, his girlfriend, his friends at Delta Phi, and Jim. And he fondly remembers from the days at Pitt the wonder of the first semester in the program and any course taught by Dr. Khattab. Well done, Jack. Our next graduate is Joseph Robert Helgerman. Joseph will graduate with a BS in computer science and after graduation plans to look for a job. He dedicates his degree to the amazing family, friends, and faculty who have helped him every step of the way. Congratulations, Joseph. The next graduate is Isabella Hilty. Isabella will graduate with a BS in computer science. Congratulations, Isabella. Our next graduate is Matthew Benjamin Hurdle. Matthew will graduate with a BS in computer science and after graduation plans to look for a job. Congratulations, Matthew. Our next graduate is Max Ellsworth Jonke. Max will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Max plans to start a new job at PNC. He dedicates his degree to his family and remembers fondly the great instructors while he was here at Pitt. Congratulations, Max. Our next graduate is Connor Joseph Kalina. Connor will graduate with a BS in computer science. Congratulations, Connor. Our next graduate is Kevin Kusi. Kevin will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Kevin plans to start as a software engineer at Microsoft. He dedicates his degree to his family and remembers fondly being a TA for CS 449 and CS 0011 and helping students with tough programs. And let me just point out, we appreciate all of our students, and many of the students who graduate today or this term also were our TAs. And I just really want to give a special shout out to all of our TAs, because our department relies heavily on our undergraduate TAs to help us with our courses. And we have undergraduate TAs assigned all the time for all of our core courses and some of our upper level courses. And we really wouldn't be able to serve our students well without the work of our undergraduate TAs. So Kevin and all of our undergraduate TAs, whether you put it on your mentioning here or not, thank you very much for helping us out. We really appreciate the work you did for us as TAs. Our next graduate is Taylor Ann Cavaragas. Taylor Ann will graduate with a BS in computer science, will start a new job at 3M as a software engineer, and dedicates a degree to Taylor's mom and dad. Congratulations, Taylor. Our next graduate is Jared Raymond Lada. Jared will graduate with a BS in computer science and is already working full-time. Dedicates his degree to the myriad opportunities he's had granted by the unnecessary kindness of others, and remembers fondly rushing to complete assignments for Dr. Tan's CS 447 class before the midnight deadline. Congratulations, Jared. Our next graduate is Yilun Liang. Yilun is graduating with a BS in computer science. He plans to go to graduate school after graduation and remembers fondly that every day is a good day. It's a great thing to remember. Congratulations, Yilun. Our next graduate is Trevor William Lingle. Trevor will graduate with a BS in computer science. Trevor is also already working full-time, dedicates his degree to his friends and family supporting him throughout his degree, and remembers fondly stopping at Panera downstairs in the Senate Square building for coffee before going up the elevator for an early class. Congratulations, Trevor. Our next graduate is Ian Dale Lundberg. Ian is graduating with a BS in computer science. Ian is also already working full-time as a software engineer intern at McKesson. Ian dedicates his degree to his family for all their support throughout his academic career, and remembers fondly the long nights trying to crank out the next CS project. Congratulations, Ian. Our next graduate is Rowan Michael Machina. Rowan will graduate with a BS in computer science. Rowan plans to start working full-time at Whisker Docks as a junior engineer in quality assurance, and remembers fondly graduating. So that's probably not remembering yet, but hopefully soon that will be a memory. So congratulations, Rowan. Our next graduate is Zian Meng. Zian will graduate with a BS in computer science. The plans after graduation for Zian are to take a gap year and then go to graduate school. Zian dedicates his degree to his parents, Yao and Chang, and remembers fondly the countless sleepless nights and the joy of persistency. Congratulations, Yin. Our next graduate is Adam William Nash. Adam will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Adam plans to look for a job, dedicates his degree to his family, and remembers fondly the teachers and students at Pitt. Congratulations, Adam. Our next graduate is Dhruv Nathwani. Dhruv will graduate with a BS in computer science, and after graduation plans to look for a job. Congratulations, Dhruv. The next graduate is Hunter Joseph Osterhoutz. Hunter is graduating with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Hunter plans to go to grad school here at Pitt and get his MS in computer science. And we welcome Hunter to stay with us in the CS department. Hunter dedicates his degree to his parents, Scott and Heather, who have been his biggest fans and supporters from day one. He says, "I wouldn't be here where I am today without their love, encouragement, understanding, and support." Hunter remembers fondly the sheer excitement, joy, and pride of completing a project, especially the first game he made in Intro to Java class. And just speaking for someone who's been doing computer science for many, many years, I still have that sheer excitement when I complete a project. So it's just something I think that never goes away. So I hope you have many more of those feelings in your career, Hunter. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Dylan James Azkanek. Dylan is graduating with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Dylan will look for a job. He dedicates his degree to his mom and remembers fondly making lifelong friends here at Pitt. Congratulations, Dylan. Our next graduate is Sean Patrick Palmer. Sean will graduate with a BS in computer science. Congratulations, Sean. Our next graduate is Andrew Ryan Preston. Andrew will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Andrew plans to look for a job, dedicates his degree to his dad, Jessica, Grandpa, and John. They believed in him when he hardly believed in himself. I quote, "I worked as hard as I could to prove you right." And based on this graduation, it seems that you did prove them right. So well done, Andrew. Fondly remembers spending a night in Panther Hall study lounge with a friend and a gigantic Dunkin' iced coffee to fix a program that wouldn't compile. Around 2 a.m., I discovered I'd neglected to put a semicolon after a C struck. Classic. Probably every graduate has a similar memory to that. Congratulations, Andrew. Our next graduate is Caroline Elise Pridgeon. Caroline will graduate with a BS in computer science, and after graduation plans to take a couple of months off before looking for a job. Congratulations, Caroline. Our next graduate is Darius Roy Ramavarapu. Darius will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Darius plans to look for a job, dedicates his degree to his dad, Roy Ramavarapu, and fondly remembers the friends he made, the times they had, and finally getting a project to work at 11:59 p.m. Congratulations, Darius. Our next graduate is Sijia Rong. Sijia will graduate with a BS in computer science with honors. Congratulations on that. After graduation, Sijia plans to look for a job. Congratulations, Sijia. Our next graduate is Brendan Vincent Russ. Brendan will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Brendan plans to look for a job, dedicates his degree to his mom and dad for always believing he could do better, and his family for always motivating him. After graduation, Brendan remembers fondly the awesome professors, the Holy Senate Square, and the Dirty O, may she rest in peace. For those of you not familiar with the Dirty O, it's the original hot dog shop, which was a staple of the Oakland landscape, which just recently closed. And I agree, may she rest in peace. Congratulations, Brendan. Our next graduate is Anna Rose Smith. Anna will graduate with a BS in computer science, and after graduation plans to look for a job. Congratulations, Anna. Our next graduate is Michael Robert Spila. Michael will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, plans to look for a job. Michael dedicates his degree to his mom, father, and sister, and remembers fondly working on projects. Congratulations, Michael. Our next graduate is Ashley Nicole Stauffer. Ashley will graduate with a BS in computer science, and after graduation, plans to work full-time as a software engineer at HackerRank. Congratulations, Ashley. Our next graduate is William Stephanie. William will graduate with a BS in computer science. William dedicates his degree to his parents and remembers fondly the fun times with his friends while at Pitt. Congratulations, William. Our next graduate is Austin Turcha. Austin will graduate with a BS in computer science. Congratulations, Austin. Our next graduate is Brian Charles Torpy. Brian will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Brian plans to look for a job. He dedicates his degree to his mom, Aunt Bev, and Uncle Miguel. He remembers fondly all the great professors and challenging and rewarding coursework. Congratulations, Brian. Our next graduate is Victor Obina Udahiri. Victor will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Victor plans to continue to expand his consulting firm and dedicates his degree to those who invested in him. Congratulations, Victor. Our next graduate is Michael Joseph Voigt. Michael graduated with a BS in computer science with honors. Congratulations for that. After graduation, Michael plans to look for a job, dedicates his degree to his family, and remembers fondly the professors at Pitt. Congratulations, Michael. Our next graduate is Aaron Wu. Aaron will graduate with a BS in computer science with honors. Congratulations for that, Aaron. After graduation, Aaron plans to go to graduate school, probably in a program in data science. He dedicates his degree to his parents who supported him unconditionally and remembers everything from his days at Pitt. Congratulations, Aaron. Our next graduate is Richard Hsu. Richard will graduate with a BS in computer science. After graduation, Richard plans to work full-time at HubSpot as a software engineer. He dedicates his degree to his family and remembers fondly the teachers and friends he met as he was in Pitt. Congratulations, Richard. Our next graduate is Vasco Hsu, and Vasco is actually graduating with a B.Phil. And if Dr. Khattab is available, I'd like him to mention a couple of things about Vasco. Are you here, Dr. Khattab?
Yeah, hi, I'm here.
Can you talk a little bit about the B.Phil and explain what that is that Vasco earned?
Yeah, so B.Phil is a degree that is joint between the Honors College at Pitt, the Honors College, and School of Computing and Information, and every other school at Pitt as well. It's a program in which the student will have to write a thesis based on a project that the student will have to do with a faculty advisor, one or more faculty advisors. And then the student will have to defend the thesis at the end in front of a committee, a defense committee that is involving the advisor, Pitt, and also professors from outside Pitt as well. And Vasco has started working on his B.Phil project, I would say, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but about 9 months ago, around that time. And it was a long journey for sure. And Vasco was kind of like what I really like about Vasco is that he took ownership of the work. Like, it's really very, I would say, rewarding when you work with somebody, with a student that has that agency of what they do and being responsible of, achieving the best quality that they can. And he was successfully able to defend his thesis in November in front of a committee that involved a professor from Pitt and also from CMU. And I wish him the best. I think he's applying for PhD programs, and he's targeting the top 10 schools at the country. So I wish him the best for that.
Thanks, Dr. Khattab, and congratulations to Vasco for that degree. Our next graduate is Qingjun Zhang. Qingjun is graduating with a BS in computer science. Congratulations, Qingjun. Our next graduate is Siyu Zhang. Siyu is graduating with a BS in computer science and plans to go to graduate school upon graduation and is currently applying for graduate programs. Congratulations, Siyu. Our next graduate is Jerry Han. Jerry is graduating with a BS in computer science. Jerry plans to look for a job after graduation, dedicates his degree to his father, and fondly remembers the supportive staff that always helped me with my problems. And I'm guessing Jerry, just to call out Jerry a little bit here, I think Jerry was probably a little bit late in responding, which is why it's not quite alphabetically listed. But still, we still congratulate you, Jerry.
So let me correct this. So Jerry was not late in responding, but he used lowercase. And I think that's what, when I did the sort over these names, that's why he's last.
Ah, case sensitivity. An interesting.
Case sensitivity was the issue, not late submission. Sorted alphabetically. So, so Jerry is actually the last one on for the undergraduate students. So thank you very much, Dr. Ramirez. I don't think I would have said any name better. I think you did an awesome job, so thank you. And let me take a moment to congratulate everybody one more time. And you get to see the diverse places our undergraduates are going to end up going, the ones that have finalized their plans. That's just a data-driven testament to the reach of computer science in society today. Let me also add two more personal comments. I too remember my days when the projects were need to be done in grad school and undergraduate studies late into the night, and were requiring all-nighters. The fun of programming, yes, I put together the presentation by programming last night, and that's why I know how it was sorted, and that was actually fun, as Dr. Amir said. So we're going to move on to the graduate degrees, and it's a very short list, so don't go away. We're going to be done very quickly, and then we'll have a couple more things, and then we're going to go to a more informal part of the ceremony. So first off, let me take a moment to acknowledge Nathan Ackerman, who's graduating with a master's in computer science. Congratulations, Nathan. And the next person is Debasis Ganguly, who's graduating with a PhD computer science. And I think I spotted his advisor, Dr. Melhem. So if Rami would like to say a few things about Debasis, I think that would be great.
Yeah. Congratulations, Debasis. Debasis is a very hard-working student, and he was spending a lot of time in the lab, working day and night. So finally, it pays off, and he is actually the last student that I will be advising because I retired. So that's an accomplishment, being actually one of the last students. There is another student that graduated a month ago. So congratulations, Debasis, and I hope you the best in your career, and keep in touch.
Thank you, sir.
Let me also, so thank you very much, Dr. Melhem. Let me also, for the record, say what Debasis has worked on. So his thesis was adaptive memory management for CPU, GPU heterogeneous systems. After graduation, he plans to be a software and hardware modeling engineer at Apple. He dedicates his degree to his parents, Yotsna Ganguly and Malai Ganguly, and he will remember fondly the coffee hour discussions with friends and faculty. So congratulations, Debasis. So, all right, so now we're going to try something different. So we don't have a, so first of all, let's all take a moment to congratulate all the graduates. So we can do the little reaction when we can find it. I cannot find mine apparently. All right, here we go. Okay, congratulations to all the new graduates. So you did it. Now the fun is over. All these fun projects are going to be a nice fond memory, and now you're going to have to do the real projects that are with stricter deadlines that get to be moved up rather than later. When this ceremony happens at the university level, normally this is the time where someone from the Alumni Association comes in and says that congratulations, you're entering now this big group of alumni and so forth. So we don't have a group of alumni just for the department. We do have a big network, as I said, but there's no formal organization. So instead, just to drive the point across that you are going to be alumni very soon, we're going to bring representatives from the current student clubs, and they will, say a couple of words. It could be, I asked them to be super short, and the reasoning for that is basically to just say some of the programs that they're doing and some of the ways that as alumni now, again, to drive the point that you're going to become alumni very soon, what are some of the ways that you can connect back with the department and the current students? So I would like to ask Justin Kramer from the Computer Science Club to say a few words.
Yep. Thank you very much, Dr. L. So hello, everyone. I'm Justin Kramer, the Internal Affairs Coordinator for the Computer Science Club here. I want to talk to our latest and greatest graduates we have here today about the Computer Science Club and what we have to offer alumni. So to start off, the Computer Science Club is planning a major initiative this spring to connect with our alumni base. We're going to build a solid foundation with our alumni so we can begin to start up amazing programs with them, such as mentorship, guest lectures, workshops, and much more in the future. Over this past semester, the Computer Science Club has exploded with activity. We're gaining over 50 new members. We branched into a host of new projects. For example, this fall, we held our first computer science hackathon named CSC Hacks over a 6-week period. Plus, we developed strategic partnerships with companies such as Google, Facebook, and PNC to bolster support for our members in the job market. While developing our professional relationships, we also worked with clubs such as the National Society of Black Engineers, Underrepresented Minorities and Computing Club, and Women in Computer Science Club to encourage diversity in both the ideas and people within our events. Furthermore, our president, Ming, along with our distinguished alumni, Matt Verghese, maintain the Pitt CS Wiki. This wiki allows new and current students to learn about the CS program at Pitt and discover the right path for them, whether that be research, becoming a TA, or earning a master's degree. While Ming maintains this wiki, he also updates our available job and internship boards that have achieved hundreds of thousands of views from across the world. So, in order to build momentum for our alumni program, we're actively reaching out to establish an initial connection through our alumni sign-up sheet. This allows us to connect with you through Slack, LinkedIn, and email, so we can kind of bridge the communication gap between active students and our prestigious alumni such as yourself. In addition, alumni sign up for our mailing list. We'll be able to receive our monthly newsletters with updates on the latest and greatest information about what Computer Science Club's up to. If anyone's interested in this initiative and would like to know more, feel free to reach out to me or click the link in the chat that I'll provide here in a second for sign up. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Justin. There was a recent article about the Computer Science Club in the Pitt News, and that was linked through our social media. Next, I want to invite Erin O'Rourke from the Women in Computer Science Club.
Thank you. So first off, I just want to say congratulations to everyone graduating today. My name is Erin O'Rourke, and I'm currently the president of the Women in Computer Science Club at Pitt. I know plenty of you are familiar with our club already, so I'll keep it brief. But for those who are not, it's our mission to foster diversity, and especially gender diversity in the field of computing through professional, technical, and social events on campus. We often have opportunities for alumni to engage, including an annual mentorship dinner, in addition to providing mentorship at hackathons. And we also partner with a number of employers of WICS alums to put on programs with our members. We'll also sometimes have more informal alumni events or invite an alumnus to speak at general body meetings. So I'm going to send a form in the chat if you'd like to receive a one-time email about opportunities to help out with future WICS events after graduation. We welcome people of all genders in our club, and anyone who'd like to support, feel free to fill out the form. Thanks everybody for your time.
Thank you very much, Erin. Both Kramer and both Justin and Erin talked about staying in touch. Let me also do a little plug about the ways that you can stay in touch with the department. So we are under the hood. We're rebuilding our website, so it does not represent us right now. It has been a little bit on the stale side, but that's because we are actively working for a brand new version. We're hoping for that to be live, before the start of the next semester. We have also established social media accounts, re-established some of them, established some new throughout all the popular social media platforms. We use the same PIT.com.sci everywhere, so that's easy to remember. So that is an excellent way to also keep in touch. So on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, we just started, so that's a little bit behind, but we're going to get on that as well. We have had an alumni newsletter that was an annual newsletter mailed physically to all alumni. That was stopped a few years back, actually, and we're planning to relaunch this. And due to the pandemic, at least initially, it's going to be relaunched digital only. You should you should get that. And this is not going to be monthly. At best case scenario, we're going to have one per semester. But we're going to start with one, at least a quick update in January as soon as the website is live. The other thing that I have to say is that we are often planning on reunions. So I know that's not on your mind right now, but I've seen a lot of you said how you remember fondly being with friends on campus, doing projects and being happy that they worked and so forth. So from time to time, the department does organize reunions, and they're not. It's not annual. We try to do it around being, anniversary. So we had one big one at our 40-year anniversary. We had one at the 50. There is some idea about having one at the 55. So that would probably be, a year and a few months from now, like spring 2022, would be after the department has, completed 55 years of existence. So that's something to look forward for. The older you get, the more these type of events are going to be more appealing because that's an excellent way to reconnect with old friends. So we would absolutely like to stay in touch. And even if you don't read things, being part of LinkedIn and so forth, it's great. It gives, the department, the professors and everybody in our community much joy to see all the great things our alumni are doing. So with that, I would like to one more time congratulate everybody. And then what we're going to do is I would like to stop the recording and then try to take a group photo with everybody turning the camera on just for a little bit. And then what we're going to try to do is typically when this is done in person is over food and like typically dinner. And what we do then is we have a few tables that we have, and typically there is some additional interactions going on and some more closer discussions. So we would like to do that as an experiment after the recording stops. Well, we're going to set up some breakout rooms and give a chance for people that, as if they are on a dining room table, sitting around the table and talking while waiting for food. We're going to try to replicate that environment minus the food part, obviously. So that's we don't have a setup to Zoom food to people. And we don't like people to speak with their mouth full, obviously. So the idea would be to try that as a little bit more informal experiment. So I'm going to stop the recording.